Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start off with a give to Scarborough. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play action. It's Jackson. Moss going to have a first down and more. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Randy Moss, 71 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. First down. Vick, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now left side on the swing pass. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now Scarborough. And down inside the 15 he goes. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Brady trying to lay one up deep.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And that'll set them back 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. The tackle by Troy Polamalu. Second down at 5. Brady going to throw. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. On 2nd and 10, Brady. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First down gets him a yard to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They run. This is Scarborough. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. So I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. This is Scarborough. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. One more time with Gibson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. There to make the And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Montana. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Vernon Davis, 61 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Jackson now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different...
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players, knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 47.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, blitz coming, and down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Montana. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Moss. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Jackson on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 28.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They will look to throw. Montana.
Got a man. That's Colin Johnson.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Shotgun. Here's Montana. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Montana to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A punt of 46, a return of 5, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The drive starts on the ground with Scarborough. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go play action with Jackson. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Scarborough again. And he's got this down to the 35. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They try again with Scarborough. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jack Youngblood able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back now in Baltimore. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. It's complete. He's got Gronk.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moss. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Pulls it in at the 13. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him.
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play.
And off we go from Denver. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Jackson. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now movement already, so a flag down here on our very first play. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot, maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that, and oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
He's checking crack. Back. Kill.
Back to throw. Henry. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A huge play there for Denver.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Broncos! From 8 yards out, and the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you're doing. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Henry. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now Jackson off the play. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll
They'll start by running the option to the right. Now they'll run the toss here to the wide side of the field. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Henry. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. On first down, Henry. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Henry. Touchdown, Broncos. Brandon Marshall. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball.
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's it. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look under pressure, and they got to him again. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll look to throw again. And finding Davis here, the tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw again. Looking for the end zone. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And that is caught by Marshall for a Jet touchdown. Brandon Marshall, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll look to throw. Yeah, the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Now Brian Flores going to leave the offense out there to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 1st and 10, Henry. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the Broncos once again going for 2. From the gun, Henry. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ty Law.